I think we're good now. Okay. Preview's working. We got some hip-hop going in the background. Lo-fi hip-hop. And everyone... Okay. Sent and sent. Let's go to YouTube really quick, though. I wanna hide some streams before I forget. Content, live. Hide some old streams so it doesn't clutter. Unlist, save. Unlist and save. Not first. Oh, hello. Not first. Hello, Noctilum. How you doing? Moonlight, hello. Homer, hello. How is everyone? Hello, Annie. Okay. I think we're good now. Hello, 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 everyone. That's just arriving. How is everyone today? Doing well. Had a busy day. Yeah, it looks like your day has been busy from what I've been reading. Drinking coffee at 2 a.m. Oof. That's kind of late for coffee. Let's be honest. Really, really, really late for coffee. But, you know, power to you if that's what you choose to do. I don't know if I could, like, ever drink coffee that late. That's like drinking Monster. Hey, Rez. I am well. I hope you are well, too. I hope you are all doing well. Hopefully you guys had a productive weekend. Maybe some of you have done some stuff, like work on content, maybe. I don't know. I'm hoping. Maybe some content. Leave early, really early tomorrow. Ah, that makes sense. Hello, hello. And yeah, chat today, everybody, feel free to ask your questions anytime and we can hop into your questions whenever you guys ask them. Felt like it worked out well. That's good. I'm really glad that you felt it worked out well. First thing I hear is work on some content. Shake my head. Well, I'm hoping you guys worked on some content. With my match 3 games, found a couple of match 3 games that I can enjoy. That's good. That's really good. Stream Elements bot is running. Let's see if it actually is running, though. If I do exclamation point Discord, does it actually work? Let's see. Let's see if the bot's actually working. I doubt it is. Highly doubt it is. Ah, doesn't look like it's working. Thanks, bot. Thanks, bot. You have one job. Do I stream Elements open? Yeah. I just opened it. I don't know why the commands just aren't working.
Thank you for joining Class 1A.
See, the alerts are working, though. And those are through Stream Elements.
Thank you for joining Class 1A.
So that doesn't make any sense. And thank you guys for renewing. I appreciate that. It's going good, May. How are you? So the alerts is working. You do Tarot videos? That's pretty cool. So how well do the Tarot videos do? Like, if you don't mind me asking. Well, the Discord command hasn't worked lately, and I'm not too sure why. Hello, hello, hello. Re-add the command? Ah, I could. But even the timers aren't working, which is weird. Part channel, join channel. Okay, now if we do exclamation point Discord, now will it work? Now that I made it rejoin? Probably not. No, it doesn't look like... Even if you make it rejoin. Yeah, no, it's pretty much the same. There's Vesta just manually plugging it. Well, it worked on my Friday stream. It worked great on my Friday stream. Rayless coming in with the 7 months. Thank you so much, Rayless. I appreciate that. How you doing, good buddy? Yeah, see, now it's popping up saying it's running again. Go figure that. I have no idea. You pick a card, then skip to that section. Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. The only thing I've ever seen is tarot card readings in movies, and that's like literally it. Oh, okay, the bot's working now. Now it's working. We did nothing other than part and rejoin. Figure that one out for me, please. Getting really close to 10K? Yeah, I am. I'm excited. I'm really, really, really excited. We're, 3? No, wait. What number are we exactly away? I think we got to figure that one out. We are... So we're at 9,745. So if I pull out the calculator, because I can't do math in my head, I can barely type as it is. Minus 9,475. That's 520. Wait, what? No, dummy. 10,000 minus 9,745. That's 255. So we're really close. 255 subs away. I'm really excited for that. You have to show your fellow bot how to do it. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I've got a channel for game development, one for art, since both target different audiences. Should I have a separate Twitter for them? Okay, so I got a channel for game development, one for art. Since both target different audiences, should I have separate Twitters for them? I would probably have separate Twitters, yeah. Unless you're trying to do it like... Are both YouTube channels underneath the same name? Like the umbrella? So like... I would have... Okay. Again, chat, literally everything I say is my personal opinion, so you guys take it as a grain of salt. I say separate. Unless they are both related to the main project that you're doing. So let's pull up some examples, shall we? Where's my board? There's my board. Okay. Control X that because I gotta save that for later. Okay. So so the main question was, should I have two different Twitters, one for art, one for dev, right? Because that's the question. They can be related sometime where I do art for games, but other could be for art in general. Okay, so we'll split into two ways. Okay. So the art and game dev, and I'm going to do a generalization just for anybody and everybody that's just watching. Art and game dev And the preface for this one is the art Twitter is doing stuff for the game dev game / Twitter, and vice versa, right? The game dev Twitter might have some projects or whatever that sneaky peeky linking to the Twitter of the art channel. So again, 100% my opinion. What I think is if they are related in content and what you are doing, then the same Twitter, or then. Wait. No. I'm thinking this wrong. I'm thinking this wrong now. My train of thought completely went wrong here. Art and game dev. Wait. Okay. Wait. Art and game dev. Okay. Wait. I confused myself. I was thinking of the second one. Okay. So art and game dev. So if the art you are making for the game, like truly, if that's all you're doing is making art for the game, then the same Twitter, right? Sorry, I didn't mean to confuse you guys. I apologize. But yeah, so if you're doing 100% art for the game, one Twitter only. Now, if you are doing art, Twitter, and content is not related at all to the game, then what I would do is different Twitter. And the reasoning for that is because the community that you'd be garnering around this particular Twitter might not be interested in your game dev content, if that makes any sense. So if your game dev content is a first-person Doom style Slayer shooter, and your art is My Little Pony, they're not going to... people are not going to want to really follow the art or your channel or your Twitter for that. It's literally just confusing them, right? So if your art is 100% different, maybe some crossover here and there, make a brand new Twitter for that. And then at least the people that follow your Twitter for your art know that you're only doing art, and you could build a community around that. And then game dev, if people are following you for your game dev, and then they start seeing some random My Little Pony ponies on your Twitter, and they're like, well, are these being added to the game? Am I slaying ponies? And you're like, no, it's just some art that I do on the side. They're like, then why are you posting this, right? So then you separate it. That's just my personal opinion on what you guys should probably do. It's up to you at the end of the day, though. But I would definitely make a completely separate account. It's not that hard to run 2 different accounts, I don't think, personally. I don't think it makes it too hard, especially if like you're doing art once in a while. Again, like another thing that you guys got to remember is like hashtags and so on and so forth. Your hashtags for your art is definitely not going to be relatable to your game dev stuff. And again, vice versa. I'm using the same Twitter for my first couple of indie projects. Eventually make one game and push to Steam, but I think it's going to get its own Twitter. Yeah, well, okay. So what Thorn could do in that particular instance is say Thorn is making several games, and then what Thorn should do, and again, this is 100% my opinion. Hello, Pinkware. How are you? This is 100% of my opinion, though, is probably make your Twitter something around the lines of Scornthale Studios. So his Twitter account, like Thorntail Studios, will be still 100% relevant to any old games that he was making or any new games that he was making. And then his successful game that does take off on Steam will have its own Twitter account that will have like memes because people love memes, or community contests slash videos, etc. But the very first, hello Poi Boy, how you doing? The very first Twitter account I think Thorn should make, and again, this is 100% my opinion, Thornscale Studios. Hello Grindel, how you doing? Sorry, chat. I'm drinking water. My voice has been very raspy lately. I don't know why. Oh my god. No. It's just, I don't know. I've been talking a lot today. I've been using my voice a lot today, way more than normal. So yeah. We know you Moonlight as a heavy metal singer. Oh my god, imagine that. Imagine if I was actually good at singing. That would be something. But no. I think I should have a Thornscale and a Thornscale Studio account. Rename my current one to Thornscale Studio. Well, okay. So the thing that we gotta ask then is Thornscale going to be for your VTuber, right? Is that something you're still going to do? And then for example, Thornscale Studios, it doesn't have to be like studios or whatever. Like, are you planning to keep Thornscale for your VTuber stuff, or what? Yes, I'm going to be a VTuber who makes indie games. Well, so what you could do with your VTuber account is, and this is just me, but you can like share content, share the same content with the studio account and your Thornscale account, but on your Thornscale VTuber account, you could do things like collab walkthroughs with fellow VTubers playing your game. If that makes sense. Like, this is just an example, but you could do like a lot with your VTuber account, right? I wouldn't have the VTuber portion on the Thornscale Studio stuff. I would actually keep that like separate. Actually, that's kind of brings me to the question that was asked today, which was the one I had to copy pasta or copy and then save for pasta later. But this is a question. How does one know if their content would be better, cam versus VTuber versus no cam? Which this is a very solid question. This is a very good question. But Thornscale Studios, I would say, just keep this as like every other dev Twitter that you see, well, on Twitter, right? Do the same thing that you see Escape from Tarkov do, 7 Days to Die, whatever indie game dev does. I would replicate that particular Twitter account for that. Again, remember, chat, that VTubing is still a very new thing. A lot of people see VTubing as just cartoons, and a lot of people don't connect with it and really won't associate with it, right? There are some people out there that as soon as they see a VTuber, they'll do a 180, they'll think it's weird, and then they'll run. And that's why I say Thornscale Studios would be the one that doesn't have your avatar at all, right? this account particularly right here is for literally anybody and everybody. Where this one here is the people that are actually into VTubing. Don't dev Twitter have a dev Twitter and then a mascot account? Yeah, this could be a mascot. Yeah, this could totally be a mascot account. Right? Super, like, yeah. One Twitter that focuses on my game from a VTuber perspective, and the other being, yeah, professional. Exactly. Yeah, yeah. You guys know what I mean. It's good. I'd say the opinion for the name is strictly dependent on associating the VTuber persona to the studio or not. Would it be a mascot? So I say keep it. Okay, fair enough. I think marketing your VTuber account as a mascot might help some VTubers who know it's a VTuber and others will see it as a mascot. Yeah. Well, and that's the smart thing, Poi Boy just said. Like, nailed it right on the head. Thank you, Poi Boy. Like, they absolutely nailed it on the head with that particular sentence there. That has my spelling in it. But yeah, people that know it's a VTuber will see it as a VTuber, and the people that know that or that don't see it as a VTuber will just see it as like just a virtual mascot. I think it's cool. This one, I wouldn't either one of these. I wouldn't really worry about heavily using like hashtag VTuber, whatever. Maybe Thornscale, I would use maybe one or two VTuber tags every now and then, but I really wouldn't make it solely VTuber based like a lot of people do, because you're going down the game dev route. You're not going down the route that a lot of people do, which is like gaming or collabing or whatever, right? The route that you're taking, Thorn, is a very different route than most. So we kind of need to treat it as such, in my personal opinion. Again, this is just my opinion. Also, how predictable am I? I was thinking about naming it Thornscale Studio. Well, I thought of the name first, and I'll take 0.005 of the royalties for that. You're welcome. But yeah, there is times, chat, where, again, please, like, think about this. Having a VTuber can be a hindrance than anything. Like, I know some of you guys are going to disagree, maybe a lot of you, but like, there are times that having a VTuber on screen will hinder your progression. And that's what you got to kind of play with. See what other people are doing, which is kind of like this question right here that was asked on my YouTube channel today, that you guys are all watching me on. And if you haven't already, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. It does help me out with the algorithm. And make sure you recommend me to your friends, especially if they're interested in wanting to become a VTuber. So there's a plug. And hello, Meg. So how does someone know if their content would be better as a cam versus VTuber versus no cam? So, best thing to do, and this is again 100% my opinion, my suggestion, but look at what others are doing in your niche, right? And there are some, like for example, creepypastas. Creepypastas, for the most part, are voice only. But, big, huge but of them all, right? What if, and if you have the ability to do this, and this is really up to your ability to, well, not only to do it, but want to figure out a way to do it, is if you could act out the creepypasta, right? Are you able to turn your bedroom into like a small green screen studio with some like green screen blankets all over the place, and maybe have you, well, you turn yourself into an actor, right? So you have the main audio of you talking to the voice, reading the creepy pasta, but then you're acting out what's happening on the screen. I really haven't seen anybody do that. I don't think I've ever seen anybody do that now that I think about that. Normally creepypastas I've seen is literally just like a still image with some maybe like effects on it. But like that's something that you guys could try. Or even with the VTuber aspect of things, act out the creepypasta with your VTuber. Now, again, this is my 100% my opinion. But I wouldn't, with your VTube model, if you guys are interested in doing that, I wouldn't have your VTube model just sitting on the screen reading. Right? I wouldn't be like, and then he came around the corner and blah blah blah. Right? It's boring. It doesn't do anything, especially if you guys are doing it in a monotone voice. A lot of people like to see screen movement, if anything, especially if they're going to watch a creepypasta. A lot of times people just have it playing in the background. They're not really watching the screen. But for the people that are actually watching the screen, do different things. Pan in, pan out. Kind of like the old school storytime animators. Exactly, Poi Boy. Exactly. Right? Turn it into like those old school machinimas. Wouldn't that be like super cool? Doing your own like little machinima, and then you have like other VTubers. They don't have to voice act or anything, but they could just have their like models on the screen. You guys act it out together. That could be a fun like collab or a thing that you guys all do together, build a friendship and so on and so forth. But you guys could totally do something like an old school machinima or a storytime animator thing. Actually, you know what? We could pull up an example. I got an example that we could do. Well, sort of. Come on, YouTube, let's go. Battlefield Friends. Ooh. So you guys could do something like past these ads. Battlefield Friends kind of what they do is make fun of Battlefield, but they make skits with not VTuber avatars, but like old style machinima. But you guys could like, this is something that you guys could totally do with VTubers. There's no reason that VTubers couldn't do this. There really isn't. Like, other than like different drawings and so on and so forth. But you guys could totally do this. And just like maybe not to this level of animation and scene changes, but make it different from the rest. Right? That's one thing that a lot of people don't realize is if you do something different, it'll stick out. If it's animated, no longer counts as a creepypasta, just a spooky animation. But you could read the creepypasta though. Right? You can still grab the creepypasta and just play out the story. You know what I mean? The story's still good. The creepypasta's still good. Sure, it might not be a creepypasta because it's not a reading only. But like push it. Like do something different than everybody else, because everybody else just sits there and does nothing. Right? A lot of people are just sitting there with a monotone voice. That not everybody wants to hear a monotone voice. Try something different. Instead of walking with the crowd, maybe walk against the crowd or on the other side of the street. Horror short movies, that could be interesting. Yeah, like you guys know what I mean. But try different things. Have text scrolling from the bottom for my creepy TikTok videos, yeah, you could do like creepy TikTok videos that just has text on up on the screen that people could like read along with. That would be interesting. Like as long as the whole screen is scrolling, like a TikTok, I probably wouldn't have a VTuber reading a creepypasta. It would just be the text scrolling and then you just reading it. What about doing something with VR chat where I want to do puzzles and art, but both in VR chat? Would that be the same channel? So you could probably make it the same channel. What you should do, though, is if you are doing art, and this is what a lot of you guys really need to understand and really realize. I know there are some of you that are starting to see some success on some of your videos. And this is, okay, I'll be honest. This is what worries me about some of you. Is some of your videos is popping off and other ones aren't. And I'm not speaking to just one person specifically. I'm talking to like 6 or 7 different people right now. If you are doing art, right? And you are doing puzzles on your YouTube. And let's say, just for an example, puzzle videos are doing really well. And I mean almost 10 times the normal views you get. But you are super passionate about art. I understand you guys about, you know, doing what you love and so on and so forth. But if your videos of puzzles is doing 10 times more views, wouldn't it make a little bit more sense to do more puzzle videos, if anything? Maybe focus the YouTube channel onto puzzles? Like I was doing Twitch tutorials, and I'll use myself as an example right now. I was doing Twitch tutorials, right? I was like the low budget Harris Heller that you find in the Walmart discount aisle. All right. But then I did VTubing tutorials as well. You guys know the story about my VTubing tutorials, why I started doing them, so on and so forth. But I saw VTubing tutorials completely take off, and all these videos were still tanking. VTubing tutorials, I was over 10 times my regular views. Imagine if I stuck to Twitch tutorials, none of you would be here today. Not one of you would be here. And I promise not one of you would be here right now. It made more sense because I was getting way more views here than I was here. And some of you, you know who you are, but some of your content is absolutely taking off. You see that it's taking off and you're acknowledging that it's taking off. But instead of doing the one thing that's actually taking off, aka your puzzles, you're just still doing the art. So if you choose to do puzzles and art on your YouTube channel and you see one taking off, please do the one that is just taking off. And like I said, I'm not calling out just one of you. There's like 7 of you. There's legitimately 7. Double down until the content dies. Actually, I disagree. Now, why do I say I disagree? Because that's what a lot of people do. Double down until the content dies. Now, to a degree, You are correct. I will give you that. I will give you that. To a degree. Boy, it's hidden. I'm going to show it. But you're right. If it dies, you die with it. Right? There are so many YouTube channels that was around 10 years ago that isn't around today. So many. Millions of YouTube channels that were around 10 years ago that isn't here today. No, boy, don't worry about it. That's just YouTube just flagging it. Please don't worry. Don't worry about it. It's fine. But you will die with it for the most part, and that's why they're not around. Death by, yeah, exactly. So what should you do? What should you do? I'm glad you asked, little Timmy. So, your content is doing crazy good, right? Crazy good. And this is what Mr. Beast did. And a lot of successful YouTubers. They searched for something else that would complement their current content to keep it valid. Right? So, like, for example, Mr. Beast today, he just keeps adding more stuff on, upping the ante, investing more into his YouTube, upping the ante, changing things here, changing things there. That's things you guys could do. So if you're someone that was playing, and we'll just use the example because like Among Us was like a massive thing. I don't even know if Among Us is still a massive thing or not. I have no idea. But let's just say Among Us. Okay. Was your main content. What you could do is find a similar game and make content, not just stream chat, make content of both games. Among Us is what started your career, started off your channel, right? And then you can find a similar game and make a shift towards that. A great example of that is Pastilli. I talked to you guys about Pastilli before, but Pastilli started off with Escape from Tarkov. Escape from Tarkov. Right? That started his YouTube channel. That started his streaming career. Like, really, really started him off. But now he streams other games and seeing what other games his community likes and then focuses on those games. So for a while there, he was playing some Age of Empires 2. His audience wasn't very receptive to Age of Empires 2. Only his really hardcore true fans really stayed and watched it, and it was grueling for them to watch. And then the rest of the people kind of just like fluttered away. But when he went from Escape from Tarkov to, I believe it was Valorant or Apex, I can't remember which one, he got even more viewers when he streamed to those different games. So that's how, like, that's why I say don't double down. You could double down, but if the game dies tomorrow because controversies happen, like imagine, for example, somebody came out tomorrow and your main content was Among Us. That's all you were making was Among Us content. News came out tomorrow that sweatshops in China was making Among Us. The game would be canceled. Your career would be dead the next day. Right? So you gotta kind of like plan out a transition eventually. Not right away, eventually. Don't be making Among Us content for 2 years, 3 years. Right? After your first year or 2 years, start making a slow shift to something different. HoloLive is doing a collab with Among Us. That's interesting. I've been on YouTube for a long time and seen many die due to their content being stale. Yeah, and that's the thing. A lot of people don't adapt, right? You have to adapt. You have to change it up a little bit. And honestly, I've seen people completely revitalize their channel just changing editing styles. Just hiring an editor that edits more, like, way better than you, way faster than you, can be a massive help with your content. Some content that took off is hard, if not possible to recreate. I think some content took off hard, but I truly believe you can replicate success with any new game, right? And this is what a lot of you guys don't do either, is you guys can find very easily a new game, right? A brand new game, and copy exactly what Minecrafters did or what Minecrafters do in their current content. So have you guys ever heard of Gaming Curios? Curios? So Devin Nash brought on Gaming Curios once. So just so you guys that don't know, this is Gaming Curios. So they have a whole bunch of different YouTube channels. Minecraft, Valorant, Apex, World of Warcraft, Leggy, Overwatch. They mostly started with Overwatch. Call of Duty, Legends of Runeterra, right? You guys know Gaming Curios. They've been around forever. They make a lot of stuff, right? They really are. They're massive. So the guy that runs Gaming Curios, his name is Jeremy. And what I'll do is I'll try to find the video that Devin Nash interviewed. But Jeremy said, quite literally, everything that they did in their Overwatch videos, they did the exact same thing in their other gaming videos. The exact same. All they did is what was, like, if they made a video on Overwatch and says, okay, these are the best people to play, they would do the same thing with Apex Legends. These are the best people to play. They would use the same formula over and over and over in different niches, in different game niches. And you guys could do something very similar to that. So if you guys are trying to break into Minecraft, find a game that's very small, that's similar to Minecraft or a completely different game, and see what the Minecrafters are doing and replicate it. Do the exact same thing. That's what Gaming Curios did for all their channels. And they have like 13, 14 YouTube channels with like hundreds and thousands of subscribers per channel. It's crazy. Do you think gaming content is important for small VTubers? Asking because I'm still kind of nervous about switching out of that sphere. Gaming content important for small VTubers. What do you guys think? Okay, I'm going to ask a poll right now. Okay, is gaming content, spell Senpai, still important for VTubers? I want to know if you guys, what you guys say on this. I really want to know. Let's talk the difference between adapting and fad chasing, like jumping from every brand new viral game. I wouldn't jump from. If you guys are small VTubers, small streamers, you will, especially if specifically if you guys are streamers, only streaming, that's all you do. You don't make any content on YouTube or anything like that. The only thing you do is stream, and you're fad jumping, right? Going from one popular game to another, you will die. You will not make it. You will just be crushed by the algorithm, and you will hardly ever show up on the recommended. And if it doesn't do recommended, it goes from high to low. Nobody's ever going to find you. You know your answer, Poi Boy? Okay, okay. I'm hoping we maybe agree on this one. 25 votes. Okay, okay, okay. All right, so let's end the poll there. So 57% of you said yes? Wow. Okay. Wow, that's a lot. Okay. So I'm going to go against the 57%. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I really am. Again, chat, 100% my opinion, okay? This is legit 100% my opinion, but I think gaming content is holding back a lot of VTubers. You make content for gamers, not making content, important distinction. Yeah. The thing is, if we go to Twitch, we see the vast majority of people on Twitch streaming video games. Right? Right? We do. We see that. Why is that? Because it's easy. We see majority of streamers on Twitch streaming gaming because it's the easiest thing to do. It really is. You fire up a game. A lot of VTubers, a lot of streamers, I can't just say VTubers, a lot of streamers thinking the video game is the content itself and not you. But there's another big problem about a lot of VTubers and streamers doing gaming content. And this is why it's holding back the majority of them. You guys ready? You guys ready for the biggest unveiled answer? Here we go. Here we go. They aren't passionate about the game that they're playing. They're not passionate about what they're doing. Right? We see a vast amount, an alarming vast amount of streamers get this particular thing. Burnout. Right? They are 100% burnt out. They're burnt out because they're not passionate about it. Right? They're not passionate about the game they're playing because they're playing a game that they think people want to watch. They're not playing a game that they're interested in playing themselves. Right? And you can tell. You can tell by their attitude. You can tell by the tone of the voice. You can tell by how they talk to you. They're not passionate about the game. They're not passionate at all anywhere. But for the most part, the majority of streamers on Twitch aren't passionate about the games they play. Now, there was a content creator. I can't remember their name for the life of me right now. If I find it, I'll link it to you guys in the Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord already, make sure you guys do that and like and subscribe on here on YouTube. But there was a content creator. Again, their name's blanking on me right now. But what they stated was very true. And what they stated is make content, not just streaming, but make content about something you are passionate about. People will see that you have passion and that you aren't excited to do it. It's not verbatim, but yeah, exactly what Annie just said. Make content that you want to watch. Right? Rainbow Six Siege. You guys heard me a million times say this. I was playing Rainbow Six Siege. I was streaming Rainbow Six Siege. At the end of Rainbow Six Siege, I hated Rainbow Six Siege. It felt like a chore. I didn't want to go live. I didn't want to play it. I was dreading it. I was literally thinking of every reason to not stream. Maybe I can tell them I got sick. Maybe I could tell them I got hit by a car. Maybe I could tell them that I got COVID, right? I was trying to find every reason to not stream. I hated the game so much. And people saw it. I was thinking of challenges. I was thinking of... I was exaggerating, of course, guys. I wasn't actually going to use those excuses, but like, I was doing challenges. I was trying to force myself, make myself like that game. I didn't like it. And I want to say, this is probably an over exaggeration though, but 90% of Twitch is streaming a game they aren't passionate about. Now, there is one streamer I can say that's been streaming the same game since I've known about her. Okay? Let me pull up her YouTube channel real quick. Her name's Danu. She's been streaming PUBG, making content for PUBG since PUBG came out. And PUBG's been out for, I want to say like 6-7 years now. And Danu has been making content around PUBG for so long. Like, we could go to her oldest video and it's PUBG 3 years ago. PUBG for 3 years. She was playing PUBG when it was crap. It's still crap, but she really played it when it was crap. And still playing it. She's still playing it because she's still passionate about it. When she plays PUBG still, even on her newest streams and content, she's laughing about the kills that she's getting. She's laughing on how she killed people. She's collabing with people that bring her joy and make it a lot better to do. And the thing is, not only is gaming easy though, chat, because let's be honest, gaming is easy. Or let's be more specific. Streaming games is easy. And realistically, everyone else does it. That's why there was a vast majority of streamers on Twitch. Well, everybody else streams on Twitch. That's why I'm going to go stream on Twitch. Right? But if you are willing to stream something that you have passion for, it will do several things. One, it will bring you joy. You will look forward to going live. I promise you. Okay? 2, your viewers will see you happy, and thus they will want to stay and support you. 3, it will make your viewers happy. If they see passion from you in the content that you're making, whatever that be, whether it be singing, whether it be game dev content, whether that be doing art or crochet, underwater basket weaving, watching anime on Twitch because for some reason that's allowed on Twitch, making 3D models for or commissions for people on stream, whatever it be, if your vibe passes down to them. A lot of you guys don't know this. A lot of you guys don't realize this though. And I'm probably going to be the first one to ever tell you guys this, but you will have viewers who come to your stream, who had a bad day, let's just say even horrible day, and just watching you makes their day. That is a thing, and it will happen to you. Today, tomorrow, next year, whenever. But this ties into number 3. It will make your viewers happy. It's happened to me. I get DMs once on a blue moon. Actually, we can actually tie this one into that one. But there's a number 4. A 4th thing that will happen. If you don't do gaming, say on Twitch, there's something that will happen. They will see it's something new that hasn't been done before. Or not done a lot. And that'll make you stand out, chat. That will honestly make you guys stand out. It really will. There's so many things that people have done. ASMR, for example. Hello, Ginny. ASMR, for example, that started with just a few people. Very few people. Before the big bobas came into effect and so on and so forth, it was just a few people messing around with the mic. That's it. That's all it was. And then it grew into something much bigger. Right? The hot tub meta. Started off as one person in the hot tub as a joke. It expanded. Right? There is people who sing. Right? On Twitch. Chat. There was a time where Twitch was 100% about gaming. And then one day somebody just wanted to sing on stream. And because they did something that was very different than everybody else, they got a massive audience because of it. Right? 8-bit drummer. I've showed you guys 8-bit drummer before, but 8-bit drummer drums whatever song he hears. That's it. That's all he's doing. He's playing the drums on stream. He's playing the drums on Twitch with thousands of people watching him. And it's going good. Thank you for asking. Hopefully you are or going good as well. English, much. But 8-bit drummer. He did something completely different. Nobody else was doing that. Nobody else was drumming to random songs. He's built a YouTube channel around that. He's built a Twitch channel around that. Has thousands of viewers. Does it as a full-time job. Because he's very passionate about drumming. about music. So like, I want you guys right now in chat, other than gaming, other than VTubing, other than streaming, other than watching YouTube, watching Netflix, all that stuff, what's your passion? What is your biggest interest? What's something that you enjoy doing? I would love to see some answers right now in chat. What's some stuff that you guys love doing? Napping? Okay, well that's a thing now. So watching people nap on stream. Video editing. Okay, cooking. Perfect. Telling stories. All right. Drawing and League of Legends. Okay, let's take gaming out of it, chat. Okay, so we got drawing. What else do we got? VR? Okay, well, VR's still kind of gaming, but okay. Bake rocks? Okay. Rambling about music and art technology, sure. Wood burning, sure. 3D modeling, okay, perfect. Singing, great. So everybody that just answered, every single one of you that just answered, why aren't you doing it? Why aren't you guys doing that right now? Why aren't you streaming that? Right? There isn't a lot of streamers out there doing 3D modeling. I would love to see different 3D modelings, how you do things, how you start sculpting. Right? There's some of you that said drawing, right? I don't know if you guys have ever watched Starlight, but Starlight's very passionate about her drawings. A lot of people tune in. I honestly lurk watching Starlight while I'm at work. Right? Video editing. Why not stream yourself video editing? You guys can actually build a pretty big community just around this. Because there are so many people, especially on Twitch, that don't know how to video edit. They can ask you questions live. You could give them answers live. They can teach you new things about video editing that you didn't know before, whether that be improving your workflow, maybe your editing style, giving you suggestions. People would watch video editing streams. People watch people mow grass. People watch on Twitch, literally, this was a thing, paint dry. I am not joking. I wish I was. But there were people tuning into streams, watching paint literally dry. Literally. And then some random hand would show up on the screen, put a fresh coat of paint, and then everybody else would tune into that, donate, comment, and a whole bunch of that stuff. Watching paint dry. Yes, I think there will be people willing to watch people do video editing. And it doesn't even have to be your content. It could be content, random content. You could grab a random, for example, you could do like a master chef edit where you're editing all the good parts. You could use it like a tutorial. you guys could grab my live streams if you want, and you could show people how you would edit my live stream to make it a lot better, and then you could send that live stream to me later on, and then I could use it for me. But like, you guys could just edit like different things, people's streams, your own stream, edit it live on stream. Actually, in fact, I've seen Sapphire stream herself editing, and people tuned in for it. So yeah, there is an audience. And again, Twitch is full of streamers. There are a number of them that want to be content creators that think editing is too hard, and sometimes they can't watch videos because they can't understand the videos. Maybe the videos, a lot of the videos out there aren't structured in a way that they could understand. But if you come from an aspect of willing to teach people and maybe explaining it different ways or physically showing them on the screen on how to do this, how to do that, they'll be thankful, they'll drop a follow, and hopefully come back to a future live stream. But video editing would be super cool to see streamed. Right? Drawing, you guys can show different styles of drawing different art styles, giving tips and tricks, right? 3D modeling, again, tips and tricks. There are so many people that not even want to learn how to model, but will watch other people model. I seen there's a guy even on Twitch that streams once in a while. He does clay statues. Right? He'll do a whole clay statue live on stream. He made one for Summit 1G, and he carved it live on stream. So many people tuned into that. Right? Grabbed the rough clay, modeled it into something, then he showed the people painting, and the entire stream he was giving tips and tricks to people, and he had a link down below on where people could buy that stuff. People game design tips and tricks. They honestly will. The reason I'm not starting yet is because I'm too scared that others would think that I'm boring. Really? You should see my first videos. Those were pretty bad. Me going back to my first videos, I was a snooze fest. But you will be your worst critique, right? You'll be harder on yourself than anyone else. You really will be. I really challenge you guys to get over your fear as best as possible. Okay? And just try. Will there be people that think that you're boring in the beginning? Absolutely. Because I was boring in the beginning. Oh my God, I was boring. So boring. I really was boring, chat. Oh my God, I cannot express how boring I was. And to some people, I'm still boring. But that improves over time. If you don't give your chance to start, you don't give yourself a chance to improve. So if you don't start now, you'll never get better. So you got to start now to get better. Does that make sense? Right? It's like those people that try to have the perfect YouTube video, but they never ever post it. They never ever show it to anybody. But how are you going to know what people like? As soon as you post, people will give you feedback. They'll tell you if they like it. If they don't like it, they'll give you a thumbs up or thumbs down. We still see the thumbs up and thumbs down in the YouTube studio. You guys don't, but we still do. Right? The only way you're going to know if you need to improve is by doing it. Now, there were some of you that was saying that you don't have equipment. to start streaming your passion. We'll go back to passion for a couple of minutes here. But there was some of you that says that you don't have the equipment to do it. So let's use an example right now. Let's say you want to draw art. Okay, you want to draw art. Great. You don't have a PC. Okay. So we don't have a PC, but you want to show people your art. Okay. How do we do this? How do we show people our art? We can't afford a computer. We can't afford a drawing pad. But there's one thing that the majority of the world does have nowadays. MS Paint. We got no computer. We have no computer, so we don't have MS Paint. Some of you guys are getting it. Some of you guys are getting it. Draw on paper, snap a pic, and publish. You could totally do that. But you know what you could do, chat? Realistically? Very simple. Let's say you want to stream this. Let's preface this. Streaming it. What you do is grab a box, cut a hole, place your cell phone webcam over the hole, draw on paper under the box, stream from phone. A lot of your phones, I want to say all of your phones, has a webcam. A lot of the smartphones have the capability to live stream on Twitch, even the really bad ones, because all you're doing on Twitch is literally just sending out, literally that's all you're doing, is sending out the data, streaming the webcam. That's it. Now, there is somebody, I want to use as an example right now, chat. Let's see if I can find them really quick. Hold the phone steadier, easier. That if you have that capability. But there is somebody I want to show you guys really quick. A streamer on Twitch that did this. That didn't allow the excuse of not having a phone or not having a computer stop them. Give me one quick second here. I'm going to pull them up. And we're going to go past the Twitch ads. Really quick here. There's only one ad, thankfully. But there's somebody that did this. Quite literally. He was a sensation for the longest time. His name's Brox. In the very beginning, all he had was a cell phone that he propped against one of the beams and had it facing the wood that he was carving. Yes, this is the guy that said not to donate money to him. Very humble, very humble. And he started with this. That's all he started with, chat, was a cell phone. He didn't use any fancy PC rigs. He didn't run Ethernet or wires out to his shed. All he did was use a cell phone. One cell phone. That's all he used in the beginning, was one cell phone. And then the donations that came in, the sponsorships that came in later on, he then used that and upgraded his setup. He reinvested it into himself. And then after he reinvested it, then he upgraded his stuff. Then he had a better setup, cleaner setup. He's sponsored with Elgato right now, partnered with Elgato. Right? He's wearing one of their headsets. He didn't have the money. But it didn't stop him. If you want to do art, don't let it stop you. Will it look scuff? Yes, it will look scuff. Do people care? Yeah, some of them will. But a lot of people won't. A lot of people will see that you have a scuff web setup. They'll want to help you. They'll want to see you succeed. They'll want to donate. They'll want to tune in. They want to see how your setup gets better over time. Not only will they want to see your setup, but they want to see your art progression. They want to see you going from drawing a stick man to drawing Hermione from Harry Potter, right? Like a real life photorealistic drawing of that. There's literally nothing holding you guys back. And a lot of you guys are like, I gotta have a VTuber model. You don't have to have a VTuber model for any of that. You don't need to use a VTuber model for absolutely everything you guys want to do in life or stream. Start small. If you get the money from streaming in time, then get a VTuber model later on. But start right now with what you have and then build up from there. Again, I've talked to you guys in the past. Mr. B started his whole channel with an iPhone 5. That's all he had, was an iPhone 5. And now he spends $3 million per video. He worked with what he had. Brock's worked with what he had. You guys can work with what you have. I had a super scuff V2 model in the very beginning. I spent maybe $50 on it because that's all I had. And eventually, over time, I will reinvest all that into a brand new model after I get some other things out of the way first. Things I want to get done for the YouTube channel and the community first. Then I'll invest in a new 3D model. But I used what I had. And now I'm here. There's no reason why you guys can't do that either. We all have different starting points, yes. But even if you had $5,000 computer, a $2,000 phone for fancy AR tracking, an Oculus for your VR chat, you can have all that fancy stuff. That doesn't mean the content that you're making is good or watchable or bingeable. But I've seen people start with way less and get way more success. Expensive stuff doesn't make you good. Having an expensive model doesn't make you successful. We've seen that many times within the VTubing sphere. I've seen people with $2,000-$3,000 models streaming to 3 people. Exactly. Your mindset is the most important investment you can invest in. And that ties back into this stuff here. What are you passionate about? Brock is passionate about woodworking. So He jumped out of the normal realm. He didn't do gaming because everybody else was doing gaming. He did something that he was passionate about, that he wanted to show off to the world. He did something that was different than 90% of Twitch. And because he did that, he got a massive following. Right? You guys can do it too. Whether it's 3D modeling, drawing, video editing, underwater basket weaving, making 3D models for VTubers, playing or making your own video game. Don't be suckered into doing what everybody else is doing, because what everybody else is doing is 90% of Twitch, and 90% of Twitch is not being successful right now. 90% of Twitch cannot, or way more than 9% of Twitch. What is it, like 95% of Twitch can't even make it a part-time job? Can't make enough money to make it a part-time job. And they're going live every day, not passionate about it, hating the game that they're streaming, wishing they were somewhere else, and burning out because they hate what they're doing. They hate streaming more than their actual job. Think about it. All right, Grendel, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it, man. Passion, chat. Passion, 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 passion. That's what will make you guys succeed. And I strongly feel gaming content is not important for VTubers, because 95% of VTubers are not successful streaming just gaming. A lot of the VTubers that we see at the top are doing things that are outside the norm. Do they have gaming here and there? Absolutely, they have gaming, but they're doing other things on stream. Right? Look at Iron Mouse. Iron Mouse does gaming, does podcasts on her live stream, and does watching YouTube videos, so on and so forth. She does more than just gaming. Right? Mori Calliope does more than just gaming. She does music and everything else. She does music because she's passionate about the music. Scarlett, she makes fancy drinks on stream. She did some cooking stuff. She tried some wings on stream. Not just gaming. Did different things. Things that she likes. Things that she's passionate about. And the crowd loved her for it. Only gaming makes you just like everybody else. It really does. Do you want to be just like everybody else? That's entirely up to you guys. But only you guys are going to be the ones that determine if you're successful or not. And there's 95% of Twitch right now that are banging their heads against the wall, saying the things, actually, 95% of Twitch right now is doing this. It is actually saying this. These exact phrases right here. These exact phrases. Twitch hates me. Twitch doesn't hate you. Your content just sucks. Sorry to say. Okay. Twitch doesn't promote me. Again, your content just sucks. Why would Twitch promote you when you're boring to watch and when you're doing absolutely the exact same thing as everybody else? Okay, there's another thing that a lot of people say. A lot, and I mean a lot of people say, especially on Twitch. Small Twitch streamers, especially small Twitch streamers. Oh my God, I hate it so much. But another one is Twitch needs to promote small streamers. Why would Twitch promote small streamers? What are you doing to stand out? Oh, you're a VTuber? So is 10,000 other people on Twitch right now. What are you doing on your live streams to captivate your audience? What are you doing on your live streams that make them want to come back? What are you doing on your live streams that makes them want to subscribe? Use their Twitch Prime on you. Make them want to join your Discord and follow you on Twitter. What are you doing? And 95% of Twitch is just gaming. They're doing what everybody else is doing. What if it's not only about gaming? What if it's a story as well? You like talking about story elements of a game and game mechanics? Sure. Sure. Hey, Kill Casty, how you doing? I gotta crack that whip. A lot of you guys need this hard truth, and nobody else is. A lot of people will sugarcoat it for you guys, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, well, keep at it. You do you. You're doing great." No, like, I'm sorry. I gotta be the bad guy sometimes and be honest with you guys. And some of you need that splash of water on your face and a wake-up call. But if you guys want to be, for example, okay, Unable brought up a good thing. So, say if you want to do something gaming related, I'm going to use this example because I've been binging it like crazy. Related. Okay. I'm going to use this example because I literally have been binging this content on YouTube. But what you guys can do is say the game you want to play or show off is Star Trek Online. Okay? Say you love to stream Star Trek Online. That's your main game or main content that you make. You know what you guys could do? Is don't stream like the game. Don't stream the campaigns. Don't stream any of that stuff. Talk about the lore. I love lore videos. Right? Tell me about the ships. Tell me about the species. Tell me about the backstories. Right? You might be passionate for a game, but go deep into the game. Maybe it's Doom. Maybe let's use Doom. Break down the Doom universe for me. Break it down all the way. Tell me what started it. What started the wars? Why is it on Mars? What made the Doomslayer? What made the heaven and the hell? Right? Let's talk about that. I have a question. VTubing available on mobile to PC? Like, I mean, VTuber character using phone for work, remote screen for PC. If I use it on PC live, you probably Kill Nasty. You gotta switch it to NVIDIA codec to save the frames. Kill Nasty, if you can, join my Discord and DM me that question, and then I'll be able to better answer that for you tomorrow. I'll give you a way better and proper answer tomorrow if you DM me on Discord. And no worries, it's all right. But like truly, chat, like, go into the game, break down the lore. Tell me about the starship. You could literally do like say you're doing say you're streaming Star Trek Online. There is thousands of starships, hundreds of starships that you guys could talk about for hours. That's one video each. So much content, so much live streams you could do with that. I can always see what I can dig up. More lore videos on ships, but it's already semi-crowded niche. Who cares? Who cares if it's a semi-crowded niche? Break your way into it. Maybe, yeah, okay. Let's say it's a semi-crowded niche. Let's say it's a fully crowded niche. Maybe your take, the way you make your videos, is better than everybody else, or connects with a lot of different people in a different way. Maybe they got that information about the Galaxy class starship from 4 different YouTube channels, but maybe your YouTube video will speak to them a lot better. Maybe they'll understand it a lot better. Maybe they'll find it more entertaining. You don't know unless you try. If you're passionate about Star Trek Online, make content about Star Trek Online. Make your live streams around that. For example, because I already gone down that rabbit hole nonstop. But yeah, exactly. Maybe you're more energetic. Maybe everybody else that's making that content already has been making it for 10 plus years and is dreading just making the video, and they just don't want to make the video anymore. Right? Maybe they just don't want to make the content anymore because they're burnt out on it. Because they're not passionate about it anymore. And now you're coming into the scene, you're brand new and you're passionate about it, and people will pick up on that. Your viewers will pick up on that. And honestly, you'll probably just steal their views and they'll gravitate towards you. Is this making sense, chat? Or am I just rambling? I feel like I'm just rambling at this point. Yeah, Galaxy is better than Intrepid. Prove me wrong. Exactly. That's a video idea. Wow, there's so many Trekkies in chat right now. But in general, chat, this is why I think gaming content is honestly holding back a lot of you VTubers, because a lot of you guys are not passionate about it. A lot of you is just not passionate about the game that you're playing. And maybe you guys could find a game that you're passionate about that you can stream every day, 7 days a week. Maybe you can. That's only you can really answer that question, though, at the end of the day. Hello, Phantom. Rayless. But great question. Great question. Whoever asked that, thank you for asking that. I appreciate that. That was a very good question. Loaded question, but very good question. Now I really need water. Oh my God. I just had a couple of non-gaming ideas to add along with games I'm passionate about. That's good. Do it. Do it. Please do it. Try it out. And another thing that I've noticed that a lot of YouTubers aren't willing to do is try. Because a lot of you guys are afraid of doing something new. Something that's against the grain. This YouTube channel was a shot in the dark, chat. I saw that there was a giant gap that needed to be filled. A giant gap, a giant hole that needed to be filled. I took a chance on this. Right? Rayless, for example, took a chance on doing VTuber lore. And Rayless is almost at like 50K on YouTube now because he took a chance. I'm almost 10K here on YouTube because I took a chance. Good night, Vessa. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Sometimes you need to take a chance to get the rewards. Oh my God, water. So good. Get the music back on. But yes, thank you so much for asking that question. I appreciate it. I apologize for any rambling that I did. I do that a lot. And thank you all for that subscribed. I appreciate it. There was a lot of you guys that subscribed. The alerts didn't pop up on the screen, but thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. Just going to scroll up, make sure I didn't miss any questions. Gotcha. So you see me doing indie game dev as a strength, not a weakness. Yeah, exactly, Thorn. I don't see indie game dev as a weakness. It's a strength. It's definitely a strength. And you're going down a route that not a lot of people are willing to go down or make. But they have a lot of passion. A lot of passion for it. Yeah, I think that's all the questions. I think I really pretty much kept up with you guys. I'm pretty happy with that. See if I can get you, see if you could get a fellow content creators in your niche and have a podcast. That's another great way of doing it if you really wanted to. One thing I definitely will stress to you guys though is make sure you start off with your own content first. Build up a following, build up an audience. And then once you have an audience, consider doing some cross-pollination. Yeah, for sure. Any tips for VTubers who do more variety content rather than going for a niche? Ginny, you're not gonna like my answer on that one. You're not gonna like my answer. But I'll give it to you. I'll give you the honest answer. People that don't focus on a niche, that do variety content, you will have it harder. And again, please chat, remember 100% my opinion on this, okay? But I see it as you paddling up against the river. A lot of the problems is, especially on Twitch, when people go watch your streams, especially in the beginning, they're there for that game, not necessarily you in the beginning, because they don't know you. So if you're bouncing from one game to another, to another, to another, to another, a lot of people aren't going to stay because, again, they're there for that game. They don't know you yet. You haven't given them a reason to know you yet. They haven't spent the time in your streams getting to know you. So just like Rayless just wrote down, I say go for a niche. Find something that you like in the content that you've been making and stick with it. Even if it's just a genre of games, maybe it's horror games, stick with a genre. Again, you're going to be struggling a little bit, but I would say focus on one game. Is it cool to do variety content? Yes, but the only people that are really successful at doing that are not live streamers, but large streamers. Large streamers can be successful doing that because they have the massive audience already established. Now, that being said, you can cheat the system a little bit. You can, Jenny. You can cheat it a little bit. But big butt, llama butt, gorilla butt, there is one thing you can do, but it requires a lot of work. And I mean a lot of work. And what that is making content everywhere else. Making your content into TikToks. Making your live streams into TikToks. Making your live streams into YouTube videos. Right? Those things, if you're willing to put in the work and the effort and putting your content everywhere else, and people see your bubbly personality, then they will come for your personality. But you have to be willing to make content off platform. It cannot just be on Twitch, because you will suffer. You will be paddling upriver. So it is doable, Ginny, but not a lot of people are willing to do it. And that's why 95% of Twitch is less than 5 viewers or 10 viewers or whatever the stat is now. So as long as you're willing to try, you can make it happen. But like I said, put up your bubbly clips, your relatable clips all over Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, wherever. And that's how you're going to get people to your live stream. If you make a solitaire entertaining, it might work. You can make anything entertaining, really. So I'm starting playing Pop. One, I want to show my progress, but I also want to do some Star Trek. Do I create 2 separate channels? If they're two completely different games, maybe. maybe. Yeah, I would say 2 different channels. That's what I would say, because the people that are subbing to your Star Trek content want to see Star Trek content, not some other random game. But elephant butt, like we're talking like the massive butts now. Trust me when I say this, chat. I'm gonna pause the music for this one because I hear it in my head and it's messing me up. Take it from me, and I don't know if Rayless will agree with me on this one. Maybe, maybe not. Or other people in the chat that have YouTube channels. It is hella hard to manage more than one YouTube channel at a time. It is very hard. It takes a lot of effort, a lot of dedication. It really, really does. So if you're willing to sacrifice a lot more extra time, go nuts. Make a second channel. But it is crazy hard managing more than one at the same time. Unless your second channel is like a set it and forget it, and you post content on there and you don't care about its editing or the comments or whatever, then I could see that maybe working. But your first channel, you should baby the hell out of that channel and put in a lot of focus and a lot of effort. Once you know how to grow your first channel, then apply all that to your second channel. I wish I could talk about swords/knives on stream, but I think that's against TOS for both platform. I collect them IRL. I think that might be allowed on YouTube. It's probably allowed on YouTube because I do see knives and sword channels on YouTube. The best thing for you to do is look it up and see how everybody else is doing it. Really, that's what you have to do at the end of the day. See what other knives and sword channels are doing, how they're navigating it, and do it like that. Look at everybody else's success and duplicate it or replicate it. But chat, we're going to call it there for today's stream. Doing katana cutting stream the other day. There you go. There you go. If there's streamers doing it, it's probably there's probably ways of doing it. But yeah, chat, we're going to call it there for today's stream. If you guys are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're almost at 10K. Also, if you guys have friends that are wanting to get into VTubing, stuff like that, make sure you link them this YouTube channel. I would be eternally grateful. Also, consider joining the Discord. I do have links in the description down below for my Discord, my Twitter, TikTok, all that fun stuff. I will see everybody Friday for am I doing channel reviews on Friday? What am I doing on Friday? I'm doing channel reviews on Friday. So for channel reviews on Friday, all the details on how to do channel reviews are also going to be in the Discord. So make sure you guys drop the channels you want me to review in the channel review section on Discord. Other than that, have a great rest of your week, everybody. I love you all. See you all Friday. And don't forget, go make something. Go make some content. Just start. Goodbye, everybody.